Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game, everyone involved is absolutely up for it.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
He's in a great position here.
Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
France looking to pass their way through.
He's through, now is he in?
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep.
There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Olise! Fantastic from Olise!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless, clearly a training ground perfectionist.
So, a breakthrough already.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Camavinga. Eder Militao gets across to intercept that.
Valverde.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. Chouameni.
Rabiot. It's Rabiot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Looking for the run.
Vinicius Junior.
Hernandez does really well to win the ball there.
Rabiot.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Courtois gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted.
And that is as far as they're going to go.
Alexander-Arnold.
Valverde.
Now, what about a counter-attack?
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Big chance! It's in! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Camavinga.
Rabiot.
Now it's Olise.
A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing.
No progress. And he was quick to react. Now it's Olise. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mbappe. Rabiot. And it's Rabiot. Now it's Thuram. Alexander-Arnold. For Valverde. Bellingham. Couler. And that is expertly dealt with. Hernandez. Pressing high and with purpose. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? It's Hernandez. Engages and forces him off the ball. Goulart making good progress on the right-hand side. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe! Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
Well, that was smashed with venom, violence even. All he had to do was hit the target. It's such a shame.
Bellingham. And it's Tchouaméni. Olise. And he's managed to get free.
2 minutos de descuento.
Mbappe. For Valverde. Bellingham. For Valverde. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
And we're already back up and running after half-time.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
And he's been shifted off it. Olise concedes a free kick for that. Camavinga. And it's Koundé. Olise gets into some space. Olise's cross. Oh, that's a fine interception. And he's in on goal. And the finish! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Decent chance! Valverde. It's Vinicius Junior.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Vinicius Junior just eases him off the ball. Koundé could move up a gear here.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Olise has found the net here, of course. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Ambitious ball here. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Rabiot. Olise. And it's Tchouaméni. Bellingham. Valverde. And here's Mbappe. Oh, that's neat. And it's Valverde. Here's Chouameni. Oh, it's a great ball here. And the shot! Hernandez. Olise. Chouameni. Valverde. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Rabiot. Looking tidy in possession here. Picked out. It's Rabiot! He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Just a quarter of an hour to play. And it's Bellingham. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Ball's played through. Ball played through for the wide man. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And he plays one through.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Koundé. Camavinga. And it's Chouameni. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Now that's well seen too. Chouameni. Goulet. Alexander-Arnold picks it up out wide. He's found the way through.
And a chance! They've done it! And what a climax we have here!
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Madrid give themselves a chance of a fairy tale.
Great chance!
Chouameni.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough.
Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, with this guy, Peter, Antonio Rudiger, you've got to think they'll be playing a high line. His athleticism and pace in recovery are both going to be critical. But I just feel he understands the art of defending better than most. No surprise, given his footballing education, of course.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends.
Big chance!
Chouameni clears it away. And that has been slung wide. That has not gone well. He has found the way through. He's through and all alone! Valverde. Bellingham. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe. He is through here! Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now it's Camavinga. Mbappe. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Nicely weighted ball. And that is as far as they're going to go. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And he cuts out the supply. Rabiot. No goals as yet. And it's Dembele. Now, can they get him away? Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. And it's Arda Güler. It's Bellingham. Valverde. Madrid finding their path.
Decent chance! And he's done it!
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Madrid are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Saliba promptly onto that, and that is that. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Alexander-Arnold powering forward here. Valverde running with the ball. He's on it, can he get away? Shot could be on. Upamecano defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
Mbappe! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Madrid with the corner, they're first. Well, it's gone out again, and so we'll have a repeat corner. Madrid have their second corner now. And the keeper beats it away. Gives it back.
Yeah, probably the best option. It had to go back.
And it's Rudiger. Foot in.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
He's shifting through the gears here. That's a sharp pass. Eder Militao cuts it out. Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold goes steaming forward.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Dembele goes on a run down the left wing. Oh, that's neat. The ball is... Oh, he's been caught napping! Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, nicely intercepted. Oh, super ball! Tries a shot! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Madrid have their third corner. Terrific header! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
So their fourth corner of the game. He rises! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Militao certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Hernandez. Rabiot. And it's half-time here. And it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think the scoreline offers a fair reflection of the level of endeavour from both teams. I think they lead because they did most of the probing. A little more penetration, I think, should help them get the job done.
Madrid happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. And we are back underway.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Can he get it through? Eder Militao kept his eye on it, and he's there. And it's Bellingham. Oh, easy pickings there. Rabiot. Camavinga. And Hernandez. And it's Tchouaméni. And here's Mbappe. Shapes to shoot! Oh, wonderful! What a goal! A finish of true class! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
He's picked his way through. There's great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Bellingham. Now it's Vinicius Junior. For Valverde. Bellingham. Now it's Bellingham. Great chance! Plenty to enjoy about the build-up there, not so much the finish.
The 1- and 2-touch football that cut through the middle was a joy to behold. Talent and technique of the highest standard.
Camavinga, who's set up one goal so far. Now there's a fine ball. Can he finish? And yes, it's there! Into the lead once more. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 8, el dorsal 5.
So, time for
el
changes
dorsal 10,
on both sides, actually.
El dorsal 22.
Madrid
Serán
take the lead.
Por el dorsal 6, el dorsal 21, el dorsal 11.
Not the most accurate pass.
Oh, well played.
And he's there to get it away. That's a throw. Koundé, and he welcomes it in.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Looking to play him in, and he's well positioned here.
Goes for a shot! He has done it! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And very quickly, the substitute made...
Vinicius Junior!
And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Koundé. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Conte. Now it's Mbappe. Takes on his marker. Camavinga with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Koundé. Look at the space here. Conte touches it back. Brilliantly cut out.
France really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Shooting chance!
Oh, should have put that away.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
Chance! Oh, yes, it's there! Late in the day, this could well be it!
A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
France complete their comeback, and now they only need...
Shot a goal!
It's bounced back off the post.
Habrá 4 minutos de descuento.
Guendouzi. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Mbappe. 4 added minutes on the board. Camavinga. And they're back on the ball again. And here's Rodrigo.
Oh, he's burst, and the shot!
And that's it. Madrid did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. A defeat made even more painful by the way it came to pass. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, the surprise for me was seeing it...
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. The action has already started. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
This man Rudiger's going to be a very stern test for any attacker to beat, Peter. He's amongst the smartest defenders around with his positioning, and he's got the pace and strength to deal with the quickest opponent. He's not going to fall for cheap tricks.
Big chance!
Oh, the ball's run loose here. Mbappe. Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
And it's Bellingham. Arda Güler. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Hernandez.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right play.
Chance for a shot! Goal! France! And France are in front.
A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Oh, he's taken it. He's looking wide. Olise absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
And he has shown him a yellow card. Bellingham. Now it's Vinicius Junior.
Vinicius Junior! Sensational from Vinicius Junior! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
And it's Valverde. Mbappe receives it in a good position here.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Mbappe! And he's certainly onside here. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Rabiot gets his final warning.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Hernandez. Great vision.
And the shot!
could be danger here. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Valverde gets it clear. Tchouaméni knocks it into space. Valverde. Just 5 minutes left until the break. And it's Valverde. And it's Valverde. And here's Bellingham. And here's Vinicius Junior. Upamecano did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Strong challenge, that could leave a mark. Hernandez. And the first half is done. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. And the game has already resumed here. Oh, good take in a good area. Valverde. Bellingham. Bellingham. Oh, played right into his path. Koundé. Here's Tchouaméni. And here's Mbappe. Hernandez picks it up now. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Bellingham. Bellingham. Tchouaméni, excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now, can they get him away? Courtois breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing. And a shot! Goal! France! And again they hit the front. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. This looks promising. Goulet. Just about up to the hour now. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Now it's Mbappe. Tries to play it through. Oh, shooting chance! He scored! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 8, el dorsal 5.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. So all square and not for the first time.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop. Just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Oh, he takes a shot! Goal, France! And they're back in front. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Goulet. Madrid are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. And it's Diaz. Aimed beyond the defence.
Shot, surely!
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
That's good play.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Mbappe unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Brahim Diaz. Now it's Goulet. Madrid are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
Brahim Diaz distributed tidily. And it's Diaz. And here's Vinicius Junior.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And smartly reclaimed. Dembele. He's got plenty of space out wide here. That's a sharp pass. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And no surprise, that's a booking. Eder Militao.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly.
Arda Güler. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Madrid finding their passes. So that's it. It is all over. Madrid can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their all, but ultimately they have fallen just short against an opponent prepared to go toe-to-toe until the end. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Look, Peter, a strength in any team has to be at the heart of your defence, and I'm afraid they were found wanting in that department.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.